Welcome back. It's Brooke-Sidney, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach, and I'm so excited to talk to you all today. I have 7 signs that your desire is impacting your subconscious, which is another way of saying 7 signs that your manifestation is here. But before I get into it, I just want to remind you that there are several ways to work with me, including my brand new group course and coaching program, The Manifesting Frequency. That information is all listed below. I just want to jump into these signs. And I'd love for you, as we're going along, make sure you're commenting and letting me know which sign you're experiencing right now in the comments. So before we begin, though, I want to make sure we all are on the same page about the power of our subconscious in terms of manifestation, right? Most of what we're doing right now is on the subconscious playing field, meaning we're not even thinking about it. Our subconscious mind, they say, controls 90 to 95% of everything that we do. And it is truly the place where I feel like our dreams are made when we're active in putting our desires and our will upon our subconscious, right? And that's what a lot of these videos ultimately are about in terms of personal development, transformation, self-help, and of course, manifestation. It's all about transforming our subconscious mind and truly tapping into it so that we can get out of it what we want to happen in our lives. Instead of seeing the same things that we're currently seeing on repeat, we start impacting our subconscious with the things that we want to manifest, our desires, our wish fulfills. So today I am sharing with you 7 signs that your desires are impacting your subconscious, right? The first one is really feeling unsettled or uncomfortable in your body and in your mind state. How does that reflect that our subconscious is impacted? Well, right now, majority of us, especially in our everyday lives, we're operating on autopilot. We're simply doing the things that we are used to doing and that we are comfortable with doing. Our manifestation is usually something that feels different. It feels uncomfortable even. It feels like a stretch, and it should, because it is not the new you, right? You're currently in your old you and you want to operate in your new you. And so of course that feels like a stretch. That new you has different thoughts, different feelings, different vibrations, and a different way of being. And so when you start feeling your desires impact your subconscious, in other words, when your manifestation is close or when your manifestation is near, you're starting to feel unsettled in your current self. You're starting to feel unsettled in your current life. You're starting to feel uncomfortable. Things that used to feel comfortable for you no longer feel comfortable. So if you have that sign, then know your manifestation is near. The second one that I've personally experienced, as well as my clients, is that we start having these dreams. We start having our dreams speak to us. Now, you know your imagination and your dreams and your subconscious are all connected. Our subconscious often speaks to us through our dreams. Our hidden selves often speak to us through our dreams, as well as God, your spirit team, whatever you consider your higher power, God for me. But they start speaking to you in your dreams. You start getting these sometimes fanciful ideas, or you actually start seeing yourself in the manifestation, right? In the wish fulfilled, in the end state. So when your dreams start speaking to you, and especially if they start feeling real, then your desires are truly impacting your subconscious. The third one is that you start having like random downloads, like when you're awake. You start feeling and noticing things, and then all of a sudden you're having thoughts that are not your typical thoughts, right? You are all of a sudden getting these very, I would say, higher level thoughts. You know, in scripture, they say that God's thoughts are not our thoughts, they are higher thoughts. And so you start getting thoughts that you know you're not thinking them. And there's a subtlety to this. You're not thinking these thoughts. It's almost like the thoughts are thinking you, right? It's almost like You are just the vessel for the thoughts. And by the way, if you are starting to notice these, then kind of bonus point here is that your awareness is deepening. Your awareness and your mindfulness of your thoughts and who you are and who you are being is actually strengthening and increasing. So take notice of those downloads and those higher thoughts and see if they're not reflecting your desires or what you want to manifest. The fourth thing, which is to me in line with this, especially when we start paying attention to our kind of spiritual world or our dream state and even attributing these thoughts to God or the higher thoughts, is that we start developing a deeper connection to our spiritual selves and to God and whatever that means to you. We start truly deepening our relationship. And sometimes that begins with truly mindfulness and awareness and deepening our relationship with ourselves and understanding where our current self-concept is and truly working to deepen our love for ourselves, because God called us to love ourselves as we love our neighbors, or love our neighbors as we love ourselves. They go together. And so when we start kind of that love loop, that intuition loop, that recognition of things coming into our field, and obviously the different portals that are available to us, we start having a deeper connection with ourselves and with God, right? We start having a deeper connection with ourselves and God. We're paying attention. We're paying attention to who we are and who we're becoming and what's happening. And our subconscious and those thoughts are now available to us because we are present and we are awakening and watching, right? The fifth one, which is in line with this, right? We've now kind of talked about feeling unsettled. We've talked about our dreams. We've talked about getting these downloads, and we've talked about this deeper connection with God and spirit. So the fifth one is right in line with it. And that is our intuition becomes on fire, right? Our intuition, we start feeling those intuitive nudges. We start getting a deeper sense of being or knowing or hearing. Some people talk about this as like, you know, their psychic senses or their seer senses start opening up. We start really recognizing, you know, our greater self in this world and how we are not just the being, we're not just this bodysuit. And we're starting to see how our mind, our mental, our psychological, our emotional and spiritual are all connected. And we're also remaining open to our intuition. We're stopping to doubt it because our intuition is giving us hints and clues that our desires are reaching our subconscious, that our desires are being heard, and that we are being successful on the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual plane. For whatever techniques that we're using, they're getting through. It is working. And it's, again, it's like a receiver loop. We're in tune with it. That's why we can use our intuition. In tune, intuition, right? We are in tune with the greater things that are at work within us, because we know that our insides, our inner world is connected to our external world, and we are paying attention to this. Number 6 is that we begin to feel very hopeful about whatever it is that we are desiring. Our desire has taken root. And I've been talking about this in several of my quantum videos about how the seed of our desire, the seed of everything that we want to manifest is already planted inside of us. And so when we actually take hold of that dream, when we take hold of that desire and we start to water it, we water it with whatever technologies that you like, whether that is affirmations or scripting or imaginal acts or inner conversation. We're essentially watering that seed, and that seed is our hope. That seed is our possibility. Our seed is that new dream. And so one of the ways that you know that your desire has impacted your subconscious and that your manifestation is right here is that your manifestation goal, that desire, it feels possible. It feels hopeful. It feels like it is here. It feels like it is in the now. It feels like, wow, it just feels real. You know, you go from, is it possible, to maybe it's possible. You keep soaking. I love the idea of soaking, and I'll get more into that in other videos. You keep soaking your subconscious in positive thoughts, affirmations, ask-formations, scripting, visual acts, or using your visualization techniques through imaginal acts and inner conversation, strengthening your self-talk, making it more positive. All of these things, acting as if, they help you shift from, I don't know if it's possible, to maybe it's possible, to I hope it's possible, to wow, it's starting to feel possible, to I'm enjoying the idea of it being possible, to I know it's happening. I know it is happening. I know it is here for me. It is already done. It is already finished. And then the seventh thing, which obviously is the seventh, is that you see your desire more and more. And this is something that, you know, the good old law of attraction folks know, is that we start seeing the very thing that we desire in our 3D reality when we are open to it and available to it. So, you know, it's like when I know your subconscious has been, in a sense, trained. It's like when you get that new car, or you want that car, and you start seeing, you know, that car everywhere that you go, or you hear of all these different people getting new cars, or now all of a sudden you get to rent a car. Like, you start seeing your desire coming into your life in multiple different ways. You start seeing the people close to you, you know, getting that desire, or speaking of that desire, or interacting with that desire. And it doesn't feel triggering. It actually feels good. You're like, wow, that means if they have it, I can have it. If I see it, I'm going to get it. If I can dream it, I can be it. You really start embodying it. And that's why your subconscious is now showing it to you. And so we know that it is here. So it is my hope that this has been helpful to you. Make sure you let me know which sign you are seeing presently. Let me know the manifestation has come and the manifestation is near. I'd love for you to let me know in the box below. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, and I will see you in the next one.